Hello and welcome to another video about Cardano. In this video we want to talk about, well, Cardano, and we take a look at the latest price news, the latest price actions which really have played out as we said in yesterday evening's live stream. We can also see here on CoinMarketCap that ADA is really, or was really, outperforming most of the other cryptos yesterday. I think there were only a few more that were outperforming even more, like Internet Computer, but with 12% in the plus, in the last 24 hours, it's just amazing what ADA is doing again. And before we start, we take a quick look at some articles I wanted to show you. So we have one here that is talking about mapping out how Cardano's next attempt to breach $3 might go, talking about that there was a close now of the move above the moving averages, and this could fuel ADA a little more to the uptrend, to the upside. So that's a good thing. And then they talk about in this article about that the Cardano price, as we know, did rebound strongly and is now targeting new all-time highs of 340. And they use the Fibonacci trend extension to figure that out. I also saw an article that was talking about that this latest price action is fueled by the potential ERC20 converter that will go live on the testnet and then also on the mainnet in September. Well, I don't know if that is really the reason, but the ERC20 converter definitely has a lot of advantages for Cardano. If you don't know what it is basically something that enables users to transform or to convert their ERC20 Ethereum-based token to Cardano, to tokens on the Cardano network. So that goes both ways, however. So people from Cardano network can also move over to Ethereum network and convert any tokens from there to the Ethereum network. But why would you do that? I guess most people would go the other way to Cardano because it's just cheaper and faster. And yes, that can fuel the price move, but it's not like that. People didn't know about it. I mean, the ERC20 converter is not like something that just came around the corner. People normally knew about it, at least people who are invested in Cardano and have really followed the Alonso mainnet rollout and news on other crypto channels. But still, it's something good. Maybe not everybody knew about it. It's always good to highlight these things because that could really give Cardano another advantage, competitive advantage. But before we go any further, let's take a look at some prices. Let's take a look at Bitcoin at the moment at 49,000. Really good news. We saw the bullish pennant yesterday and we broke out to the upside, which was fantastic. This is the daily chart. So we managed to close the candle within this ascending wedge. And again, I can't repeat often enough, it's a bearish pattern. You can also see that here just on Investopedia in case you want to get more information. But you can clearly see they say this pattern is a reversal pattern typically and frequently seen in bear markets, right? But this looks pretty similar to what we currently have on the Bitcoin chart. But it's not never guaranteed to break to the downside, but a bearish pattern typically, because it is characterized typically by decreasing volume towards the end and as prices move towards the apex. So it is something to be aware of, and you can clearly see here how it can work out to the downside. Now, luckily, what we can see here, we seem to have caught ourselves here on the 200-day moving average support level on the Bitcoin chart, and we are now in the game. So let's hope that today, in today's day, that today's candle doesn't break out to the downside, but that we might even use that white line here now as support and potentially even move to the upside and could even tackle the $52,000. And if we look at price action, well, yesterday we had this green candle here, which was really a response to the red one. Very neutral, however. I mean, the day before we saw that huge red candle. Now we have a green candle, actually an engulfing green candle, really a little bit larger than the red candle, but not that clear. So fairly neutral, I would say. I would like us to see now on the Bitcoin chart new highs, because that's what we were struggling to make in the last few days. So we need to get above like 49,500 on the daily. I mean, we were already up here, 50,500, but that was only the top wick, the upper wick of the candle, so the candle didn't close there on the daily. Would be great if we could today close above 50,500. That could really fuel Bitcoin even further. It would be a new, well, swing high, a new local high in this whole movement. And that would be very interesting. That's what I'm looking for. We are above all the moving averages, clear uptrend. If we take the ADX as well, the ADX is a trend indicator as well. ADX and DI, what we can see here, yeah, we can see that, you know, as long as the green line on the ADX is above the red line, that typically indicates that we are in an uptrend. And you can clearly see when we had the breakout here on the 21st, that a few days later the ADX turned green, but that's pretty much related to the moving averages. But it's a good indicator as well to see in one go, you know, are we rather in an uptrend or are we rather in a downtrend? And at the moment, yeah, looks like we are in an uptrend. Very good. Let's take a look at Cardano. Cardano 285, it did play out as we said yesterday in the live stream. The target I gave you worked out exactly, actually. So let's take a look on the hourly chart. What we had yesterday was this ascending, not ascending, this symmetrical triangle, which is bearish. No, sorry. Oh, it's a bullish pattern. It's a continuation pattern actually. And if we have this sort of flag post before that, yeah, the green massive increase, it can be considered a bullish pennant, which is just a bullish pattern, yeah, a continuation pattern. And what I said is my target here, I still have that red line here. You can see that it pretty much perfectly aligned yesterday. So what I did yesterday, I said normally the target of these is that you take the opening of that triangle here and then you add it to the point where the breakout took place. And you can see that it pretty much was exactly, I said yesterday in the video 295. And what is exactly funny, I mean, look at the days range down here. It says exactly 295. So that is really quite funny actually. But it is what, you know, typically is considered the target when something breakouts to the upside from here. Unfortunately, and I did say that yesterday as well, the 295 pretty much aligned with the last, or was just below the last high here, which is now obviously a resistance level. So this is actually exactly at 297, but still, you know, we didn't manage to get through. So that was a bit tricky. We bounced off and we're now moving sideways, actually suggesting maybe something like a, again, another sort of bull flag, maybe an extension of that. Maybe this is becoming a channel now. But what is good and what we can often see when prices go up like that, yeah, there was a rejection and there was a fairly strong rejection, I must say that. But we still, as long as we keep close to that level and creep closer maybe, that's normally a sign for a breakthrough. We're not close enough, I would say. But that's what you oftentimes see. When the price goes up, there is a rejection, but then not a massive rejection, and then the price breaks through. We had that here, for example, had a resistance level here. So there you go. You can clearly see that here. We tried to break through. We tried to break through. We bounced off, but the price stayed still closer to that line than ever before, and that basically indicates that the price is the rejection by the sellers is not that strong. So that makes it more likely that the price could go to the upside. And in the end, you know, everything is looking sort of really good at the moment for Cardano, for Bitcoin as well. Just wanted to show you another example. We had it here as well, where we were rejected from that here, that yellow line, which is the 215 resistance level at the time. We tried to go through, didn't manage to, or we came actually from down here, rejected, didn't get through. We stayed close to the price, didn't get, but bounced off again, went up again, tried it again, didn't get there. And the price was getting closer and closer to that 215 level. A last attempt by the bears to be shaken off, but a higher low and then we managed to get through. So as long as we stay closer, maybe get 1 or 2 rejections from there, but maybe not very strong ones, that's a good sign. In my opinion, to be honest, that still could be a bull flag here now on the on the larger time frame. On the small time frame, we had a bullish pennant, and we broke to the upside, as we said, as we moved close to the apex. Now, if you go to maybe the 4-hour chart or even the daily, this really looks like a big bull flag. And I think someone mentioned that in the comments. And indeed, I think it is a bull flag, especially on the daily, because on the 4-hour we actually broke out already. But on the daily, that is really a bull flag. If we see a continuation of maybe 2 or 3 days of continuation in the, in a way like a channel here, something maybe like that, where we just follow that channel, that is then a bullish sign as well, because we're coming from here. We're coming from that huge flag post, and that would be a channel, a temporary consolidation, sideways move that could prepare us for a further move to the upside. It's generally a bullish pattern, never guaranteed, but at the moment everything's looking positive again. And I mean, we've been saying on this channel that these consolidations that we had, or these price drops, are totally normal. We can see how this pattern was really pretty much copied over here as well. So very, very similar move that we had between the 10th of August and the 18th of August, and then from the 18th of August again to yesterday. So a very similar move, and you can actually look how that turned out here on the 19th and the 20th, or the 18th and the 19th. We moved to the upside as well. We had 2 days of sideways move, so that is what we could expect potentially now as well. 2 days of sideways move, and then maybe another move to the upside. And I'm saying that also because we are in an uptrend, and these like 10 to 15% moves to the downside are normal. And let's just see what's happening today. We need to obviously get above, and that above the we need to get above the 2.6 to 296. That's the biggest level that we have to get through, where we were before. Then we are free to move through the $3, I think. And Bitcoin, I think, has some potential to the upside today, because hopefully we will stay above that support line. Hopefully it will really act as support, because we just moved inside yesterday. On the 4-hour chart, we saw that we are currently about to test that support level again. Let's hope that holds, and if it holds, we might bounce off again to the upside. We've been testing it here now for a few hours. If that holds, we might move further to the upside, which could then again fuel another price increase for ADA. If that happens today, and I can't say if that happens on the weekend, but if that happens today, it seems likely for me, because the Bitcoin price is now testing that support level, that white line, and at some point we will move higher from there if we test it successfully, especially as on the hourly here, the 20-day moving average is also moving up, and we had another bullish cross here yesterday. So if Bitcoin moves up, I think ADA will move up accordingly, and then we could see levels of $3. So of course we'll stay close to it. There might be another live stream as we do it, and then I hope you enjoy the day. There'll be another update later, and I hope if you liked the video, then please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!